Did you know that you can create a volcano or even a rainbow right at your home? Yes, you heard it right. Today we're diving into the world of at-home science experiments. Perfect for sparking curiosity and learning in little ones, and hey, adults might learn a thing or two as well. We'll explore 5 exciting experiments that not only offer a whole lot of fun, but also provide valuable learning opportunities. From constructing a homemade volcano to teach about volcanic eruptions and lava, to creating a rainbow to understand light refraction and the formation of rainbows. We'll delve into the mysteries of magnetism, explore how an egg can float in salt water, and even create a mesmerizing liquid lava lamp to learn about convection currents. Each experiment is safe, simple, and uses materials you probably already have at home. So are you ready to turn your home into a mini science lab? Let's dive right in. First up, we have a volcanic eruption happening right in your kitchen. Let's dive into this exciting experiment that not only brings the rumbling power of a volcano to your tabletop, but also introduces the fascinating world of chemical reactions. But before we start, let's gather our ingredients. You'll need some vinegar, baking soda, and food coloring. And of course, a container to house your soon-to-be erupting volcano. A simple plastic cup will do the trick. Here's how it works. First, put a tablespoon or so of baking soda into your container. Then add a few drops of your chosen food coloring. Red or orange works great for that realistic lava effect. Now comes the fun part. Pour in some vinegar and watch the magic happen. As soon as the vinegar hits the baking soda, a chemical reaction takes place. The vinegar or acetic acid reacts with the baking soda, which is a base, to produce carbon dioxide gas. This gas quickly expands and needs to escape, so it forces its way up and out of the container, creating a fizzy, bubbly eruption that mimics a real volcanic eruption. This experiment is a great way to explain to kids how volcanic eruptions happen in nature. Just like in our kitchen volcano, when magma, that's molten rock beneath the Earth's surface, experiences a sudden drop in pressure, it releases gas bubbles. The rapid expansion of these gases propels the magma up and out of the volcano, resulting in an eruption. Remember, the size of your eruption will depend on the amount of baking soda and vinegar you use, so feel free to experiment with different amounts to see what creates the most impressive eruption. But be warned, this can get a little messy, so you might want to do this experiment on a tray or outside. And there you have it, a spectacular volcanic eruption right before your eyes. Now, who said science couldn't be fun? Next, we're bringing the colors of a rainbow into your living room. To create a rainbow, we're going to need 3 simple things: a glass of water, a source of white light, and a prism. The prism will be the star of our show, bending the light and breaking it into a spectrum of colors. Let's start with the glass of water. You can use any glass or clear container that you have around. Fill it up with water and place it on a table or any flat surface. Next comes the light. You can use a flashlight or even your phone's flashlight for this. The crucial point here is that the light should be white, as white light contains all the colors of the rainbow. Once you have your water and light ready, it's time to introduce the prism. A prism is a piece of glass or plastic that has been shaped so that it can bend light. When white light enters the prism, it breaks apart into its different colors, creating a rainbow. Now let's get to the fun part. Position the prism next to the glass of water and shine the white light through the prism and into the water. The prism will bend the light, causing it to spread into a spectrum of colors. But why does this happen? The science behind this is called light refraction. When light passes from one medium to another, like from air into the prism, it changes speed. This change in speed causes the light to bend or refract. Since each color in the light spectrum has a different wavelength, they all refract at different angles, and we see them as separate colors, creating a rainbow. Remember to adjust the angle of your light and prism until you see the rainbow. You might need to move things around a bit and play with the light to get the best effect. And voila, you have just created a beautiful rainbow. With a little bit of science and a splash of magic, you've brought the spectacle of a rainbow into your very own living room. A perfect blend of learning and fun, wouldn't you say? Now let's delve into the fascinating world of magnets. Have you ever wondered how magnets work or why they're so attractive? Today, we're going to explore the science of magnetism with a few simple experiments. To start, you'll need a few materials, a couple of different magnets, perhaps a bar magnet and a horseshoe magnet, and some metal objects like paper clips, coins, and nails. First up, let's explore magnetic attraction. Take your bar magnet and bring it close to your metal objects. Notice how they leap towards the magnet. That's because magnets create a magnetic field around them. When a metal object enters this field, it's drawn towards the magnet. This force that pulls the metal objects towards the magnet is known as magnetic attraction. Now let's move on to magnetic repulsion. For this, we'll need two magnets. Hold one magnet in each hand and slowly bring them together. You'll feel a push when the like poles meet. That's right. Similar poles of magnets repel each other. This force is known as magnetic repulsion, but what about unlike poles? Let's try bringing the north pole of one magnet close to the south pole of another. You'll feel a pull this time. Yes, unlike poles of magnets attract each other. Now let's try something fun. A magnet chain. Start by sticking a paper clip to your magnet. Now attach another paper clip to the first one and keep going. You'll find that the magnetic field of your magnet is strong enough to hold a chain of paper clips together. Pretty cool, right? These simple experiments help us understand the two fundamental principles of magnetism, attraction and repulsion. By observing these forces at work, we can better understand how magnets are used in our everyday lives. From the fridge magnets that hold up our favorite photos to the magnetic strips on our credit cards. And that's how you can explore the amazing powers of magnets. Ever seen an egg float in water? Let's make it happen. All you need is a raw egg, a glass of water, some salt, and a dash of vinegar. Now, you might be wondering, why vinegar? Well, vinegar helps to clean the eggshell, making the experiment more effective. Place your egg gently into the glass of plain water. Notice how it sinks to the bottom. That's because the density of an egg is greater than that of plain water, but we're about to change that. Start adding salt, a spoonful at a time, and stir until it's well dissolved. Watch as the egg starts to rise from the bottom. Keep adding salt until the egg floats to the top. You've just changed the density of the water. The salt makes the water denser than the egg, allowing it to float. Now let's talk science. The concept behind this fun experiment is density and the buoyant force of liquids. In simple terms, density is a measure of how much stuff is packed into a certain amount of space. The egg sinks in plain water because it's denser. It has more stuff packed into it, but when we add salt to the water, we increase its density. This makes the water heavier or denser than the egg, so the egg floats. Pretty cool, right? And there you go, you've just made an egg float on water. And for our final experiment, we're creating a mesmerizing liquid lava lamp. Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of convection currents and understand how lava lamps work? Great, let's get started. You will need a clear bottle, water, oil, and your favorite color of food coloring. First, fill up about 1/3 of the bottle with water. Now pour oil into the bottle until it's nearly full, leaving some room at the top. You'll notice that the oil floats on top of the water because it's less dense. Fascinating, isn't it? Next, add a few drops of food coloring. Watch how the drops fall through the oil and mix with the water. Now, here's where the magic happens. If you heat the mixture gently from below, the colored water will start to rise through the oil, creating blobs that look like liquid lava. This is because of convection currents. The heated water expands, becomes less dense, and rises through the oil. As it cools down at the top, it becomes denser and falls back down. This mesmerizing effect is exactly how lava lamps work. Isn't science amazing? Remember, science is all around us, even in the seemingly simple things. So keep exploring and keep asking questions. And just like that, you've created a groovy liquid lava lamp. And that wraps up our fun-filled science adventure. We've journeyed through 5 exciting experiments, each one a little world of discovery. We've seen how to create our very own volcano using nothing more than vinegar, baking soda, and food coloring. We've made a rainbow come alive in our homes with a glass of water, white light, and a prism. We've delved into the magnetic mysteries, exploring the pull and push of different magnets and metal objects. We've made an egg float using salty water and vinegar, and finally we've created a mesmerizing liquid lava lamp with oil, water, food coloring, and a bottle. Remember, each experiment is a gateway, a spark of curiosity that can ignite a lifelong love for science, so we encourage you to share your own science adventures in the comments. Thanks for joining us on this science-filled journey. Keep exploring, keep experimenting, and until next time, stay curious.